Alright, I think I fixed the audio. Some last-minute technical difficulties. It looks like it's working. I don't have any audio replay, so I can't actually tell. Alright, just about ready to start. I think the audio is working, just judging by the audio bar. I need to get like a little audio replay thing so I can actually tell. Having a couple technical difficulties while we were setting up today. Let's do a quick bot check, and then we should be good to go. Alright, looks like it's good. And the last thing I need to do is get the timer set up. Alright, and here we go. Let's get started. So these first couple matches are going to be the undefeated Amiibo. So it's going to be Overheaven, Barrick, Mrs. Trump, and Grima. I'm not 100% sure, but I think whoever wins these two matches is going to be guaranteed into the prize league. Because I think we're only really going to 9 rounds. So I guess they would be guaranteed after round 7, because they could still potentially lose 3 matches in a row. So if you got 3 lives after this one, you're in a pretty good spot to make it to the prize league. But since it looks like I'm ready, I'm just gonna go ahead and swap over here. Oh, I didn't change the stream title though. Whoops. We'll fix that here in a second.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, stream title updated. I am no longer playing Mario 64. So yes, this is not Mario 64, this is Super Smash Bros. We've got Barrick and Overheaven currently undefeated, going against each other. One of these two is going to lose their first match of the season today. And it's starting to look pretty good for Dirty. He's about a half a stock ahead, only at 54%, so Barrick's going to have to get that KO quick if he doesn't want to have too big of a disadvantage going into this last stock. And he's almost got him there. Only taken 37% so far, so he's still relatively healthy, but he's starting to get into the danger zone. He needs to get this KO quick, so he's not taking too big of a loss going into his last stock. Looks like that might be it. Is he going to be able to reach? Looks like he does, just barely making it back. He's going to have to do it again, though. And this might be a relatively quick match. Overheaven getting the last hit right off the backboard there, knocking Barrick off the right side of the stage to get another win, knocking Barrick down to 2 lives. And Overheaven going to move on and be one of the 2 remaining undefeated Amiibo. Alright, and the other undefeated matchup, it's going to be Mrs. Trump and Grima. And Mrs. Trump's kind of an interesting Zelda. She doesn't use her down B very often, but she does use it, and we see that in almost all of her matchups. She also is pretty good at getting that reflect off, so a little bit different than a lot of the Zeldas you see. So like instead of going for the off-stage down air, she actually charges up her down B, down special. It seems to be working for her so far, though, because she is undefeated, but Grima looks like he's getting ahead in the damage right now. It's still the first stock, though, so it's pretty early. Oh, and it looks like Miss Trump actually getting the first knockout. It looks like she's going to recover down onto the platform below the stage that was coming back up. And great counter from Miss Trump, but unfortunately there was one more attack coming behind it. So we're going to go into the second stock with a relatively even 14 to 17%. And we've got a walk-off right now. If Mrs. Trump can get one more hit in, looks like the level's gonna take off. She's going to hit Grima back onto the stage. Both of them neck and neck right now on the second stock. Miss Trump just a little bit ahead, but either of them can get KO'd here. They're both in knockout range. Looks like both of them trying to get an offstage hit, but it looks like it's Grima. Looks like he was trying to recover back onto the stage, but just happened to hit Mrs. Trump with his recovery. And now both of them going to go into the last stock, 0-0. And I'm going to have to check the stage rules, because we still haven't seen a Smash Ball yet. I don't remember turning it off for anything. Oh, never mind. There it is. Okay, just a really, really late Smash Ball. Almost 3 minutes in. And is that going to be it for Mrs. Trump? Not quite. The level's coming back, but it did give Grima the opportunity he needed to break that Smash Ball, get a final smash. All he has to do is use it now. And Mrs. Trump is right in the way of it, but is she going to get the KO? Not quite. Doesn't quite get Grima far enough off stage. He uses his final smash right as Mrs. Trump's side view is about to go off. And that is going to be it for Mrs. Trump. Very, very well-timed final smash from Grima. Probably saved him from getting knocked out, because that side B was ready to go off right on top of him.
Three, two, one, go!
I feel like we see this map a lot. It's not quite a walk-off, but it does have knockout zones that are really close to the side of the stage, but you do have to break those walls first. They are pretty flimsy, though, as we can see. One of them already getting blown off. Oh, and Mr. Trump getting hit by his own bomb, almost getting knocked out from it. And both of them in KO range, 134, 145%. And Smash Ball's out, and Kronk going to get the first knockout, taking a couple swings at the Smash Ball, but it's on Mr. Trump's side of the stage. Well, looks like Kronk's going to be able to break it, and he does. This is his chance to get way ahead. And Mr. Trump in a really bad spot right now, still on Kronk's first life. He does get that knockout, but he's a full stock behind now. He's going to have to make something happen. And we just had the Smash Ball go off, so it's not going to be for a while until he gets to use his final Smash. And Kronk doing some good ledge guarding with the blunderbuss. Oh, and Mr. Trump had an opportunity to get a couple swings and get Kronk off stage. He was at 0%, so probably wouldn't have gotten the KO, but nice! Great hit off of the cannonball. Kronk going to get a 2-stock and go on to remain one of the Amiibo with 2 lives. Mr. Trump getting knocked down to his last stock, but he is still in the tournament because he did have 2 lives going into this, so we will see him at least in the qualified league.
Start battle. Be Sport Fighter. Snake.
And I forgot to refill my water before I started streaming, so as this match starts, I'm going to be right back. Hopefully nothing too exciting happens when I'm gone.
3, 2, 1, go!
And it looks like I'm coming back just as In My Boot gets the first stock off of Cowboy. One of the hard things about going against a Snake is it's very hard to get an off-stage KO. You pretty much have to just knock them out completely to where they don't even have a chance to recover. Oh, I thought Cowboy had broken that Smash Ball, but it looks like it was In My Boot, and this is bad news for Cowboy. That's going to be almost a guaranteed knockout. Snake having one of the best final smashes in the game. Cowboy getting that first knockout, saving himself from the 3-stock, but not looking good though. This is Looking really good for In My Boot. He's got Cowboy down to 98% on his last stock, and he's only taken one hit on his second stock, so Cowboy's going to have pretty much a flawless second half of the game if he wants to win this one. Kind of gets a free shot against In My Boot as he was coming up through the bottom of the stage. And actually doing a really good job so far on the second stock. He's only been hit a couple times. But that might be changing here as he tries to get back on stage against In My Boot. Great attack. He's going to have another chance to get a free shot in, but instead he used his shield, which might have cost him the game. He's got to get back into this one. He's at 112%. One more rocket is going to be enough to get a KO. Ooh, and a miss from Cowboy. Not looking good. He's at 139%. We got another rocket, but it's going to miss. But In My Boot getting that last shot off against Cowboy, getting a 2 stock and knocking Cowboy down to his last remaining stock. But both of them, because, like I said, they have 2 lives, we're not in an elimination round yet. So both of them are going to move on to the qualified league.
Start battle. Violet. Hero.
I just noticed all the ultimates are already gone. I'm not sure which match was the upset or if they just kind of got whittled down over time. All of the matchups so far have been relatively tough to call. And it looks like Gun Knee gonna get the first knockout against Calliope. Smash Ball is out. Looks like Gun Knee gonna break it after 2 shots, immediately getting a final smash off on Calliope. This is not good news for him. But it looks like Calliope is able to get that knockout. He's behind, but not by too much, especially considering he did get hit by a final smash. Oh, and there's a taunt. Oh, I forgot. Gun Knee's a taunter. I gotta keep count for her. And Gun Knee getting a second knockout. Only at 27%. This is not good for Calliope. He could hold out for a Smash Ball. It's possible that if we get a really quick one, we could see another one. The first one was really quick, so. But the more damage he takes, the more hits he takes, the less likely it is that he's going to be able to come back from this, especially because he's not dealing damage back to Gun Knee. Gun Knee doing a really good job at avoiding these hits. Oh, there's two. And the elevation changes in this stage are not great for her neutral B, but it doesn't matter. She's going to go ahead and just get that knockout.
No hesitation.
Start battle. Kazuya. Dr. Mario.
Alright, a pretty standard stage for this matchup. We've got Lazaga PhD and Broken AI. This will be an interesting matchup to see. I haven't seen Kazuya in a lot of different character matchups. I'm not sure how Lazaga's playstyle is going to work against him, where it's, yeah, get him off stage and then use those pills to force the recovery. Lazaga PhD doing a little bit interesting technique getting back on stage there. It worked out for him. He was just kind of fiddling around on the side. Kind of dangerous. I have no idea what happened there. Lazaga PhD just getting disintegrated by Broken AI. And the match was starting out good for Lazaga PhD, but he's having a little bit of trouble. They're both on their second stock, but Lazaga PhD already in knockout range. And that could be it. Lazaga PhD gonna get knocked out, but Broken AI not going for the smash ball. That could come in handy for Lazaga PhD if he's able to break it, but looks like Broken AI might get to it before him. No, Lazaga PhD does get it. If he gets a couple hits in, ooh, nice shot on the final smash. Is it gonna be enough? Not quite. Broken AI is gonna be able to come back from that. But he's almost in KO range, so even though Lazaga PhD didn't get the knockout, if he can follow it up with a good smash attack, that might be enough to finish him off and get Broken AI down to his last stock. Broken AI, on the other hand, already has Lazaga PhD about halfway to KO range, and he is going to barely be able to make it back with his air dodge. He might be able to make it back. No, not quite. Looks like Broken AI going to get Lazaga PhD off stage and a little bit too far for him to come back.
Wins.
Start battle.
This is always an interesting stage to watch. On the surface, it looks like a pretty normal flat level, but that little ledge on the bottom right sometimes causes AI to act really weird. A lot of times they'll gravitate towards that bottom ledge, and you can see some really interesting plays because it's a very small area to fight on. So we could see some close quarters brawls here. And both of these characters relatively decent at those close quarters brawls. And Kidney's going straight for the final smash. This attack doesn't really... Oh, well, as I was saying, it doesn't really have a high KO rate. It gets that knockout against Fortnite. And it looks like Kidneys was able to even out the stock, and it was relatively close game damage-wise, but Fortnite getting some combos in and bringing the distance up a little bit. But Kidneys does get a couple big hits in to bring Fortnite to 40%. He's just got to get a couple more to get him into KO range. It looks like it's not going to happen on that second stock. Looks like Fortnite was hitting one of the Pikmin with his combo. And Kidney's down to his last stock, but he's not out of the woods yet. There's another Smash Ball that he could potentially break. Ooh, but it looks like it's Fortnite that's going to break it. That might be it. It looks like it is. I don't think Kidneys is going to be able to survive this one.
Stop battle. King K. Rool. Hero.
And Zero versus Boshi. Boshi, a newcomer to this season, but Zero's been around for a while, since Season 5, I believe. He's been in pretty much every league. He's been in the Survival League, Qualified League, even the Prize League in Season 6, but didn't quite perform well enough to remain in. He had to get sent back down to the Survival League after Season 6. It looks like he's made it, though. He's at least going to be in the Qualified League. He could even potentially make it back into the Prize League if he goes on a good win streak. I think Boshi, I believe, is the third K Rool to play today. The first two have won. We'll see if Boshi can keep that trend alive. He does get that first knockout, but at 120%, Zero could easily come back and get his first knockout as well. He's only at 16%, going for the offstage down air, but it doesn't really work against K Rools. And he's going to get punished a little bit for it. And good footstool from Boshi, but it's not going to be enough to get the KO. And Zero starting to look pretty bad right now. The Smash Ball's out, though. If he gets a KO, it can break the Smash Ball and then get a final smash on Boshi's second stock. He could be back in the game. Looks like he's going to go for it. Knocks it over to Boshi's side of the stage, though. It's a little dangerous. And he does break it, so if he can get the KO before using the final smash, that would be ideal, or he could just get the final smash and get the guaranteed knockout. Looks like he's going to go for it. Doesn't quite make it, though. Wasn't lined up properly. Looks like he's just going to use it. Get that guaranteed knockout to put Boshi down to his second stock. Right off the side of the castle. But now, even though he got that KO, now he's in kind of a tricky spot because he's in KO range for his second stock. Boshi almost an entire stock ahead of him at this point if he can get that KO. And Zero missing that first shot, which was a blessing in disguise because Boshi did have the counterattack out, but it looks like the elevation was just a little bit off for Zero, so he didn't get the KO. Boshi, however, does get a KO, and that puts Zero down to his last life. Zero's going to have a chance to punish that recovery, though, that Boshi used to get over the middle of the stage. And Zero is almost caught up. He just has to get that KO, and then he's back in the game. He wants that offstage knockout, but like I said, you just can't really do it against a K Rool. It's really hard. You have to just have the timing has to be just perfect. And just like that, Zero is back in the game. There's a Smash Ball out. If he can break that Smash Ball, he could potentially get the game-winning knockout here, but Boshi getting some damage in, and both of them seem to be ignoring the Smash Ball at this point. If they're not careful, that Smash Ball is going to disappear. Which is bad news for Zero because, oh! Great attack from Zero, gets Boshi out at a much lower percentage, and is able to win the match. And there's Boshi with the level up. I always forget about that.
Start the battle. Lucas. Pikachu.
And Whole Horse having a little bit of trouble at the start against Lil Jimmy. As I say that, he does get a couple hits in, and his hits are a lot stronger than Lil Jimmy's, so he is able to start to catch up a little bit, but Lil Jimmy with a couple good up smash is able to get that first knockout, and is at a pretty safe percentage for damage. He's not quite in KO range yet, so he can use this opportunity to build up some hits against Whole Horse on his second stock and get that lead. And good dodge. Another up smash. These up smashes are working really well for Lil Jimmy, especially on kind of a vertically tiered stage like this one. You can reach up through the platforms, and Whole Horse can't really do a lot about it except for try to stay as low as possible. Whole Horse does get that first knockout, 64% behind Lil Jimmy. Still in the game, not out of it yet, and we probably will be seeing another Smash Ball here in a few minutes, or a few seconds rather. About a minute and a half into the game. And a little bong from Lil Jimmy is going to put Whole Horse down to his last stock. Whole Horse still not too far behind, especially if he can make something happen with this final smash. He's got to be careful. Lil Jimmy getting a little bit close to that Smash Ball. It's going to be a lot easier for Lil Jimmy to use the final smash if he breaks the ball, whereas Whole Horse doesn't have a tough lineup for it because it is a very long-range final smash. But, ooh, actually, he's going to get the KO from that. And we're going to go into the last stock virtually 0-0. Whole Horse only about one little jab behind Lil Jimmy at this point. And Lil Jimmy just a little bit ahead in damage. Not by much, though. Just one hit. And actually, now they're tied. They're within 0.2% of each other. And that up smash from Lil Jimmy continuing to be a thorn in the side of Whole Horse. We got the KO sparks, but doesn't quite get him off the side of the stage. Is this one going to do it? Looks like it is. Whole Horse down to his last stock, and Lil Jimmy is going to advance to round 7. Well, they both will advance to round 7, but Lil Jimmy will do it with one extra stock.
Start the battle. Dinosaur. Beast Sword Fighter.
Hey, how's it going? You just missed, well, maybe you just missed it. You might have been there. But Lil Jimmy just won his game. He's moving on. And both of these Amiibo just about in KO range. It's going to be a little more dangerous for Mr. Ninja because these hits from Papa Smurf are going to hurt. And at 116%, pretty much a hit in any direction except maybe to the right is going to be a KO. But Ganondorf's big weakness is getting knocked off stage. Papa Smurf does not have the best recovery. And like I said, one hit any direction. There we go, as we see Mr. Ninja getting knocked over the mountaintop there. Smash Ball is out. Both of them have a pretty decent final smash, but at this low percentage, I don't think they're going to get a KO unless Papa Smurf can get a couple more hits in. And at 55%, we might be able to see something. It does not get the KO, but it does do a ton of damage to Mr. Ninja, and that puts Papa Smurf in a really good position. He's going to go into the box of pain there and get a couple hits and get Mr. Ninja up to 137%. Looking really good for Papa Smurf at this point. Looks like we're back in the box. And a good combo from Papa Smurf is going to put him almost a full stock ahead of Mr. Ninja, only at 26% on his second life. We did have the final smash go off during that first stock, so unlikely, unless this game goes on for a while longer, that we're going to see another final smash pop up. And Papa Smurf just putting Mr. Ninja through the ringer here. Good perfect shield from Mr. Ninja. If he can get one or two more hits off on Papa Smurf, he could potentially get his second KO, but now he's in a really dangerous spot right now, especially on the side of the stage like this. Is that going to be far enough? Yeah, I don't think Papa Smurf's going to be able to come back from that one. And we're down to the last stock, 1-1. Mr. Ninja is already in KO range, though, so he's going to have to play flawlessly for this last life, and I don't think that's going to do it. Almost gets saved by the box of pain there. He took a couple hits against the top and bottom, and it slowed his velocity a little bit, but didn't quite slow him down enough to stay out of that KO zone.
Start the battle. Ridley. Kazuya.
And this is going to be the last safe match of the night. No more Hugs versus Dad issues. Both of them have 2 lives left, so they're not in any danger of being eliminated. However, all of the remaining matches for today are going to be against Amiibo that are on their last life. So we've got a little over a dozen, or actually like a dozen and a half matchups where these Amiibo are going to have to either win to guarantee their spot in the Qualified League, or if they lose, there's going to be a tiebreaker tomorrow to get the remaining 2 or 3 spots. I forget what the exact number was. They'll still be eliminated, so they won't be playing in round 7 and beyond, but they will have that tiebreaker slot in the Qualified League. And it looks like Dad Issues starting out strong against No More Hugs, but No More Hugs has played a couple really good matches against other Amiibos, so he could still have some tricks up his sleeve. And good use of the recovery from No More Hugs. And good combo from Dad Issues, getting No More Hugs down to 137%. Is he going to be able to come back from that? Not quite. Oh, he was going to make it. Dad Issues waiting on the edge with that. I don't know what that attack is. I've never played Kazuya before, so I don't really know his moveset, but getting a KO on No More Hugs is a full stock ahead going into No More Hugs' last stock. Still no sign of a smash ball. We're about a minute and a half into the game. And No More Hugs making a pretty decent comeback. Both of them started at 0% on this stock, but it looks like No More Hugs is at 29%, catching up, and he's now within 1 or 2 hits of Dad Issues. Well, now it's a few more than 1 or 2, but the Smash Ball's out, so either one of them can break the Smash Ball and get their final smash. No More Hugs going to have a shot at it, and it looks like he does break it, but Dad Issues knocks it loose, and it looks like, oh, Dad Issues breaks it, but now it's No More Hugs knocking it loose. Oh, and Dad Issues almost sniping that final smash, but it looks like No More Hugs is going to use, get that Smash Ball, break it, get the final smash, and I think over 100%. It's going to be a guaranteed knockout from Ridley's, or No More Hugs' final smash.
Start battle. Hero. Kirby.
Alright, not the greatest stage choice for Jason. It's going to interrupt his fireballs a lot just because of the contour of the map. This left side shouldn't be too bad, but Superstar is a very small character, and we could potentially see those fireballs going above him or getting just hit into the side of the ship as we saw right there. And that's gonna, all of those fireballs are gonna bring down Jason's MP, which isn't always, it's very rarely an issue with a hero. He does generate it relatively fast, but we're gonna do a little menuing there. And at the expense of a stock, it looks like. Jason gonna be charging up that fireball, but uses it into the stage. Like I said, this is not the greatest level pick for Jason. He does have Superstar at 146%, and the Smash Ball is out. This is either going to be really good for Superstar, or it could be Jason's chance to get back into the match. And he is charging his Fireball when he should be going after that Smash Ball. And Superstar trying to figure out what he wants to do there, and it looks like he's making the right decision to go after that final smash. Jason needs to keep a distance. Luckily, he has the fireballs, but he is going to get caught by Superstar's final smash, and at 89%, ooh, doesn't quite get a KO. I'm actually surprised. I was expecting that one to be a knockout. And Jason with a really, really strong combo getting back into the match. He got hit with a smash attack, or a final smash attack from Superstar, but he is only within 20% right now. He might even get the second KO. Ooh, one more of those from Superstar, and that could be it for Jason. Ooh, both of them gonna miss that first attack, but Superstar a little bit quicker to follow it up, and Jason down to his last stock, and it looks like Superstar right behind. So both of these Amiibo playing like their season depends on it, because it does. Ooh, Superstar just interrupting that attack from Jason. Oh, the fireballs are making it over the stage this time. I think he was a little bit farther to the right. But this last stock is going great for Superstar. Jason at 71%, having trouble. Oh, there's the down air. And did that... Oh, no! Jason... Oh, out of MP, it looks like. He did not have enough MP to use his recovery. And looks like that cost him the match. So, picking the wrong time to chase after Superstar on that one. He was all in on that offstage attack, and it did not pay off for him.
Start battle. Pyra. Zelda.
And Numa starting out on the aggressive, only doing about 23% with that combo, but it does get the momentum going in your favor, but it looks like Arumi able to overcome it and get a couple hits in of her own. Almost had a really low percent knockout from Numa there. Arumi, I think, was just barely avoiding the KO zone on that one. Both of these Amiibo playing really, really aggressive. I do like to see this play style. It's very interesting to watch, very fast-paced matchup. I'm kind of low-key rooting for Numa on this one, just because I do want to see some of these new characters in the main season bracket, but Arumi has proven herself to be a really, really good Zelda. and both Amiibo going to go into their second stock at 0%. Still an even match. As far as Final Smash goes, because we are probably going to see a Smash Ball during this matchup, Arumi does have the advantage in that department. So if a Final Smash pops up, Arumi just has to break it, whereas Numa has to break it and line up the attack, which gives Arumi a chance to break that Smash Ball loose. Arumi in a really good spot in this second stock. She's only taken 29% and a good offstage side B. He gets to stay on the stage to not risk getting knocked down and gets to take a couple free shots against Numa. But Numa doing pretty good at recovering this stock. She started out way behind in the second stock, but now she's got Arumi up to 74%, but Arumi does get that knockout. Still waiting on a Smash Ball to pop up. We're about 2 minutes in, so we're getting a pretty late Final Smash in this matchup. And Arumi just barely missing. Oh, never mind. She missed the first time, but she did get it that second time. Now Numa 35% behind, 52% behind. Great couple attacks from Arumi on that one. And the Smash Ball is out, so like I said, Numa has to break it and line up the attack, whereas Arumi just has to break the Smash Ball. The Zelda AI will make her almost immediately use it at the first available opportunity. But both of them kind of ignoring it. This is Numa's chance to get the win, and is she going to do it? It looks like she does get the hit. 27% is going to be close. She might not be able to get the KO from this one. It looks like it's not far enough, but she does get a lot of damage in. This is actually Arumi's chance to get a award for being hit by a Final Smash on her last stock. But it's not going to happen. Numa lining up a really, really good forward smash is going to be enough to knock Arumi out and move on to the qualified lead. Arumi will have another chance in the tiebreaker, though, along with Jason and whoever else loses their games in these next matches.
Start battle. Banjo and Kazooie. King DDD.
Right, Zack and Wheezy versus Pinguino 2. I haven't seen a whole lot of either of these amiibo, so I don't know their play style super well. I know character-wise, Zack and Wheezy is going to be a little bit faster, potentially a little more aggressive, whereas Pinguino might have some heavier hits and probably less risky plays. Probably not going to chase off stage. Usually they're more content to just sit on the side and toss some Gordos out. But it all depends on how they're trained. I've seen DDDs that chase off stage for the down air. I've seen, Banjos that, I don't know. Banjo's kind of his own thing. There's a lot of ways to Banjo. Looks like Pinguino 2 starting out pretty strong, gets 65% against Zack and Wheezy. They're having trouble getting any of their attacks to land. Pinguino playing very mobile. Playing slow and methodic. And holding that egg a little bit too long. Zack and Wheezy starting to catch up. Ooh, great attack from Zack and Wheezy. It looks like they were almost able to get Pinguino just far enough off stage to where he wasn't going to be able to recover. But they did take a couple swings against that smash ball. Ooh, and Pinguino loosened it up a little bit more, but wasn't quite able to break it. Oh, but he does break it loose, so he's going to have another shot at it, and it looks like it's not going to be enough. It's on Zack and Wheezy's side of the stage now. Great perfect shield, and that's going to be the opportunity they need to finish breaking that smash ball. Oh, and it gets knocked loose again by Pinguino. He's going straight for it. Is he going to be able to be the one that gets it? No! Looks like he's going to get knocked out along with the final smash, so we're not going to see a final smash on that first stock. Pinguino did avoid letting Zack and Wheezy use it against him, though. And great swing. Pinguino going to even out the game going into the second stock. Zack and Wheezy do get a couple shots against him, though. And these forward smashes are not quite hitting all the way. It looks like only a couple of the attacks are hitting. I think it might just be a range issue. They're hitting at the wrong spot against Zack and Wheezy. There we go. That's a full hit from it. There's another one. And still a pretty even matchup. Pinguino just a little bit behind, but only by 1 or 2 hits, so it's really anyone's match still. Yeah, they're within 2% of each other. And Pinguino 2 just barely pulling ahead. He's got Zack and Wheezy on the side of the stage. And great lineup with that attack, but doesn't quite hit. Zack and Wheezy going to use their air dodge. And Pinguino being patient, waiting for the right opportunity to get a couple hits in, just chipping that damage up little by little. And then, when he needs to, just getting that last big hit in. Looks like Zack and Wheezy going to get Pinguino stuck on the side of the stage. Looks like it's Pinguino's turn now. Throwing a Gordo out, but looks like they're going to go for the bottom of the stage recovery. But they miss! They miss the ledge, and that's going to give Pinguino a chance to take a couple swings at the smash ball. And doesn't quite break it. Zack and Wheezy might have a chance. Looks like... Oh, I was going to say it looks like they do, but it was Pinguino. And he uses the final smash, but looks like Zack and Wheezy had iframes from something. I don't know if it was a dodge or if they were recovering from the hit that they just took. And Zack and Wheezy have Pinguino stuck on the side of the stage again. Is that going to be enough? Not quite, but it is going to... Oh, it's going to be too far. He cannot recover back to the stage. And Zack and Wheezy going to be eliminating Pinguino. Moving on to round 7.
Start the battle. Kirby. Diddy Kong.
It was a close one. He almost had it. That was a nail-biter of a match. And Comet starting out with these forward smashes, doing a ton of damage to Excel. And I'm kind of torn on who to root for on this one. Comet, a Grand Prix veteran, so I do like to see the return of the older Amiibo, but I also like to see some of these less popular characters like Diddy Kong, so I really wouldn't mind seeing any of these two win this match. And going into the second stock, they're relatively even. Still haven't seen a final smash, but we're only a minute into the game. I think Excel's, depending on where that Smash Ball gets used and broken, Excel might have trouble getting a KO with his final smash, but we're not going to see this time because it looks like it's Comet is the one to break it. We could still potentially see Excel knock that Smash Ball loose, but as I say that, it looks like Comet going to get the KO with the final smash at 55% on his second stock. So Excel having a little bit of trouble. He's going to have to do a little catching up. And Comet doing a little crouching. Is that considered BM? Is he teabagging but like not on Excel? Look, he's doing it again. And some great swings from Comet. Excel not looking great right now. He still hasn't gotten that second KO, and he's over 100% on his last life. This is Comet's game to lose right now. And there it is, right through the top of the stage, the only place where an up smash would have worked. And Comet gonna get a 2-stock against Excel.
Start battle. Dr. Mario. Pokemon Trainer.
And Alice having a pretty good first part of the Survival League. Her first games went really well, but then went on a little bit of a losing streak, and now she's on the chopping block in round 6, 3-2, going against the seasoned veteran Faust. He's been around since season 5 or 6, I believe. Dr. Mario is one of those wild card characters. You never really know how he's going to do in some matchups. His off-stage recovery is not great, but he can swing really hard, so we'll see how this goes. We've got a relatively flat stage. A couple platforms are going to pop in here and there, but Faust starting off with a really strong combo against Alex, already at 67% in the first 10 seconds of the game. But those side Bs are going to hurt, so Faust has to be careful. And Faust, like I said, the big weakness that Dr. Mario has is that offstage recoverability. So he I don't know why he wasn't able to use his other attack. It looked like he was on the ground when he got knocked off by Alice, but I guess not, because he was forced to use his recovery. But Faust does get that knockout. 50% behind, and now the Charizard is gone, so Squirtle's out, but you also have to be careful around Squirtle because Squirtle can get some really, really powerful combos in really fast. But it looks like Faust is the one getting the combos, having some really good momentum, and he's going to be able to make it back from this one. He was high enough off stage to where he could drift to the right a little bit, but at 90% we might see Squirtle getting a KO. And Alice almost in KO range, but Faust is in KO range, and the final smash is out. I would say that Faust's final smash is not a whole lot to worry about, but at 75%, that could easily get a KO. And looks like Faust's going to get the second stock first. Smash Ball's still out, but neither one of these Amiibo going for it, and it looks like it's going to disappear. And Faust getting caught off stage, waiting a little bit too long to use his recovery. I'm not sure what caused that, but we're going to go into the last stock, 13 to 24%. Venusaur is out right now, but we could potentially see Charizard come out, and there it is. Those side Bs are going to be really dangerous for Faust. Ooh, great dodge. If Squirtle comes out, that would be great news for Faust because, oh, never mind. Does not matter. Faust is going to be able to get that last shot against Alice and move on to the qualified league. Alice, however, is going to have to play really well in these next couple matches tomorrow if she wants to stay in. A lot of these Grand Prix veterans are making it through. Faust and Comet, both 2 matches in a row. Prior Grand Prix players making it through the Survival League once. Looks like they're doing it again this season as well.
Start the battle. Lucas. King K. Rool.
And yeah, speaking of Grand Prix veterans, Steve Irwin, back from last season, didn't have the best, I think he was in the Prize League last season, or maybe it was the Qualified League, but had a rough time there and is now ending up in the Survival League. He's got to win this match if he wants to stay in, or he's got to, excuse me, he's got to compete in the tiebreaker tomorrow if he's not able to make it today. If he does win, though, that's 3 veterans in a row that have came back from that last play, or the last life, rather. And this is a really dangerous stage for both of these characters, especially for Star, though. Sometimes you'll see Ness and Lucas, they'll wait a little bit too long to use their recovery, and they'll land on that bottom area of the map. Almost happens to Steve Irwin there, as we saw. He did land on the ground, but his recovery was enough to bring him back to the stage. It looks like Star going to get a really early first knockout, only taking 30% damage. Steve Irwin not far behind. Has Star at KO range at 93%. I'm wondering if the Amiibo know that the right side of the stage is dangerous, because I'd like to see if they would throw the other Amiibo onto the right side instead of using like an up throw, or if it's even in their AI to do that. But Star gonna get a free shot against Steve Irwin when he was using his recovery. Didn't take advantage of it, but he was able to use an up smash through the through that platform after Steve Irwin had landed, so he did get the KO from that. And now Star looking to be in a potential 3-stock situation. It looks like he does it. Star getting a 3-stock against Steve Irwin, knocking him into the tiebreaker tomorrow. Star going to carry on, moving on to the Qualified League, or potentially the Prize League if he can keep up these wins.
Start the battle. Lucas. Gunner.
Alright, another Lucas matchup. We've got Sand versus Not Sans. I believe Not Sans is not your... If I remember correctly, I believe Not Sans isn't your typical me gunner missile spam. I might be wrong. There's a lot of me gunners this season. Looks like he does like that forward smash, though. And it's working out for him. Hasn't been hit yet, and he's got Sand down to 51% on his first stock. This level is going to have a couple portions where it changes into a walk-off where we could see some interesting shenanigans happen. It looks like Not Sans going to be getting that first knockout against Sand at a really low percentage, only at 37%. So we're kind of seeing the inverse of last round where it was Star that had the commanding lead early on. But Sand doing a pretty good job at catching up. He's almost got Not Sans into KO range. We'll see how these platforms affect these two Amiibo. Ooh, Sand almost having an opportunity to get a forward smash KO against Not Sans. But now Not Sans almost has Sand into KO range himself, and that could be enough. Not quite. One more of those ought to do it, though. And there's that first KO for Sand. We do have a right side walk-off on the stage as well, and that's going to be enough to get the KO. Smash Ball is out, and Not Sans is going straight for it, taking a couple swings at it. Ooh, but this is Sand's chance to break that Smash Ball and catch up, but he leaves it over on Not Sans' side of the stage. This could be the end of the game for Sand. And it looks like it is. That final smash just a little bit too much for him.
Start battle. Ivan. Harry.
Wait, Street Fighter music? This is King of Fighters, though. Cornicello is starting off strong against Lone Wolf. We'll see how that goes after he gets Lone Wolf over 100%, though. That's when he starts to get really dangerous. And looks like Lone Wolf's starting to make a little bit of a comeback. This is going to be an interesting matchup because neither one of these Amiibo have great offstage recovery. They're kind of middle of the road. Lone Wolf a little bit better than Simon's in that regard, but this that holy water was changing hands a few times. And Lone Wolf does have his 100% buff. And he does get that first knockout with it, despite being at lower damage. Cornicello's going to have to get that KO quick if he wants to avoid taking any unnecessary damage from this. And he does get it, which means we're going into the second stock, 0-0. Good perfect shield from Cornicello. He's going to get hit that second time, though. And Smash Ball's out just under a minute 30. Cornicello looks like he's ignoring it right now. We'll see if Lone Wolf goes for that Smash Ball. Looks like they both don't really care too much about it, but it looks like Lone Wolf going to break it just because he was going after Cornicello at the time. Oh, just barely getting that hit off the top of the hitbox. I did not realize there was such a huge hitbox for that attack. And Cornicello just barely touching the KO zone, going to get knocked out, which puts Lone Wolf in a really, really strong position right now, only at 33% on his second stock, basically a full stock ahead of Cornicello. Some good momentum from Cornicello, though. He's got to be careful not to let Lone Wolf get over 100%, though. He's got to get that KO early, if possible. 89, one or two more hits is going to put Lone Wolf into that KO or go mode. If he can get the KO quick, 43% is not too far behind. He can do something with that. Not quite a KO yet, 145%. He can just not get that knockout, 161% now. 174. We might see Lone Wolf going over 200%, making excellent use of the second stock. And Cornicello getting hit by one of those powered up attacks. Almost a second one there. 186, it's still not going to be enough to get him off stage, though. Well, it gets him off stage, but not the KO. And there we go. Smash Ball is out. Cornicello way behind right now, but if he can break the Smash Ball, he can make it back in the game. But I don't know if he's going to be able to get back from that off stage. And it looks like Lone Wolf going to be eliminating Cornicello from the Survival League.
Okay. Start the battle.
And very, very aggressive start from Ares. Not giving Boom a chance to use any of his rockets and getting a super early first knockout. Both of these Amiibo have played in a previous tournament. I don't think they played against each other, though. I think they were in the, I believe they were in the Choose Your Destiny tournament. But man, Ares hitting hard with these attacks. And, oh, it looks like, I was going to say Boom getting stuck under the level, but he was able to use that bomb to hit himself, give himself another recovery. I'm actually surprised the AI knows to do that. It's kind of a neat little thing that they do. But Ares waiting for him to drop down from that recovery and going to get a second KO early as well. But as we saw in that first life, it didn't really affect Boom too much. He was able to catch up pretty quick. This is a slugfest of a match. And that's going to be enough to get Ares caught off the stage again. But Boom's got to be careful. Even at 61%, strong smash attack from Ares is going to be enough to get the KO. And as he's coming down right now, it looks like that's what it's going to be. One up smash to end the game really quickly. Just under 2 minutes, Ares is going to be able to take out Boom. So, in my boot still in, but it looks like Boom is the other snake in the Survival League, currently getting eliminated.
Start the battle. Roy. Zelda.
It's been a pretty rough day for Zeldas today. But we'll see how Twilight does against Marth 2.5. But I'm gonna get up and refill my water for the first part of this match, so I hopefully, like I said earlier, hopefully I don't miss anything exciting, but I will be right back.
3, 2, 1, go!
And apparently I missed a lot because both Amiibo are on their second stock already. I saw the second part of Twilight getting her KO from that final smash. Looks like Marth 2.5 a little bit ahead right now though. But we'll see if these hits from Twilight are able to even it out. And it looks like they are. 68 to 87. Twilight actually pulling ahead now. And Marth 2.5 with Twilight down to her last stock. And it looks like we're going to go into the last life with a pretty even match. Marth 2.5 a little bit ahead. He wasn't able to take advantage of that recovery that Twilight used. Whenever you see someone use a recovery over the stage like that, you're pretty much set up for a free shot against them if you can line up under them. And both of them within 1% of each other. Twilight, as I say that, Twilight getting a hit in, but still a really close match. Anyone's game right now, but it's looking a little bit more skewed towards Twilight as we see this final smash pop up. Marth 2.5 can break it. Oh, never mind. He cannot break it.
Start the battle! Violet! B-Roller!
Alright, we've already got 10 Amiibo that are going to be going to that tiebreaker tomorrow with a few more left in these remaining matches that are going to get added to that pool. But right now it's Marth 2.5, Boom, Cornicello, Sand, Steve Irwin, Alice, Excel, Pinguino 2, Arumi, and Jason so far, all going to be going against each other in a tiebreaker tomorrow to see which one of those Amiibo are able to take those overflow spots in the qualified league. And both Amiibo missing each other with that first attack, but it looks like John Wick's gonna get a few shots in. And John Wick starting off strong so far in this matchup. Already has Curietta down to KO zone, KO range. But some of these hits from Byleth can hurt really, really badly. So if Curietta can keep it up, she could potentially get the first KO, even though she's at 153% right now. So not looking great for her first stock, but she's whittling away at John Wick, and he's almost in KO range himself. And yeah, 92%. We could potentially see Curietta get that first knockout. And John Wick actually the one gonna get the first KO with Curietta not far behind, almost getting it there with that attack. And just shy of a KO. And Curietta gonna get punished a little bit for it. Looks like they're both trying to figure out what to do. And John Wick gonna get another hit against Curietta. He's having trouble getting this KO, and the longer it takes her, the more damage she's taking. She's already at 72% on her second stock and still hasn't even gotten the first one against John Wick. His hits aren't doing a lot of damage, but he's getting a lot of them. And now Curietta getting that first knockout, but she's at 87%, so she's going to be playing from behind here. We will be seeing a Smash Ball pop up any second, though. We are 2 minutes in, so it's kind of a late one. They can run as late as 3 minutes with these item settings. And Curietta kind of doing the same thing she did the first stock, where she was playing from behind, but getting these really heavy attacks in. And now with the final Smash available, she could use that to catch up. It looks like John Wick going to go for the Smash Ball. Curietta gonna have to be careful. She doesn't want to get hit by this, but if she can hit John Wick, she could be the one that breaks the Smash Ball loose. But it looks like John Wick going to use the final smash, not going to get a KO with it, but he does get a KO with a normal smash attack. And Curietta behind once again. And just can't quite get John Wick off the side of the stage. And again, getting punished for it. And now she's at 81% on her second stock and still hasn't gotten that second KO yet. John Wick is looking really good so far, and he's taking a lot of damage in these lives. Having some really high percentage KOs, which means getting the most out of each life as he can. And Curietta in KO range still hasn't hit John Wick yet. Oh, there's one. 2.7 damage. And I think that's gonna be it. Looks like it is. Oh no, it gets the KO sparks, but not quite enough to get the KO. Curietta just barely holding on, but she's not getting the damage she needs to win this game. A couple swings against John Wick. He's getting closer, but all he has to do is hit Curietta with a smash attack in pretty much any direction at this point. The longer he takes, though, the more risk he has of Curietta getting lucky on the side of the stage, but it looks like he is going to finish it off, knocking Curietta into that tiebreaker tournament tomorrow. And the last matches of the day are down there on the bottom left. We've got this matchup, Anarchy versus the Homie. Anarchy, a very, very long time Grand Prix veteran, going against the Homie, a newcomer, but doing pretty good so far. Next matchup's going to be Grimp and Blue Banjo. GNME versus Gormodi. Gamer Girl versus Ficus. Sailor Moon versus Yuffie. And the last match of the night, this is actually the one I'm really the most hyped for, is Voltos versus Bottomless. I really want to see another Pichu in the qualified league, so this is Voltos' chance. Got a little bit of a home field advantage here for the Homie, but as far as the character matchup goes, I don't really know who this favors. They both have kind of a similar play style as far as their moveset goes. But Anarchy getting a really, really early first knockout, almost free, only taking 5% damage in that first stock. But it looks like the Homie kind of doing the same thing for the second life, getting a lot of damage against Anarchy. And the Homie getting his first KO as well. All things considered, even though he's behind, he's in a really good spot, considering he got knocked... No, never mind. Now Anarchy getting another free stock against the Homie. That right side of the stage is doing wonders for him right now. And Anarchy a full life ahead of the Homie. And he's going to get a free stock as the Homie uses his recovery right on top of Anarchy. And he's going to get another one. Bad timing on these up Bs from the Homie. It's giving Anarchy a really, really strong lead. Smash Ball is out. Both of these have a both of these characters have kind of a line attack for their final smash. So either one of them could get that last hit, and it looks like it's going to be the Homie. He needs it at this point as well. Oh, but it looks like Anarchy gonna knock it loose, try to break it himself. Gonna be on the Homie's side of the stage though. Oh, actually getting stuck on the level a little bit. He's gonna have another chance to break it, and he does. Can he line it up against Anarchy? Gets the KO, and actually, now that he still has that final smash, this is his chance to pull ahead. He's getting dangerously close to the right side of the stage. Oh, but he switches it over on Anarchy, coming back, and despite a couple really, really strong KOs from Anarchy, it looks like the Homie with that final smash is going to end up turning the match around. Good thing he saved that, because if he would have used it on that second to last stock, that could have turned out a lot differently.
Stop battle. Team Sword Fighter. Banjo and Kazooie.
Yeah, the final smash in there, it adds a little bit of, I wouldn't say RNG, but it does give a little bit of reverse leverage to the losing player if they can break that smash ball. They also run the risk of the person that is kicking the crap out of them breaking the ball first, so... A little bit of back and forth so far in this first stock, with neither one of these Amiibo clearly on top yet. And as I say that, Blue Banjo going to get his first KO with a little bit of wiggle room that he can take a few more hits from Grimp before getting knocked out. And Grimp a little bit closer to a KO here against Blue Banjo at 126%. A good smash attack in the right direction should be enough to do it. But taking a few big hits from Blue Banjo is going to put him a little bit behind in his second stock, so he's got to make this happen quick. And it looks like he does get that first knockout against Blue Banjo, but 55% behind right now. Got a little bit of catching up to do. And it looks like he's doing it. Now he's down to a 20% deficit. And a couple good swings is going to bring him back into the game. Only about 10% behind, and we're still waiting on that smash ball. We're 2 minutes in. Having a slightly later than usual final smash in this matchup. And good attack from Blue Banjo, getting another relatively low damage KO. Forcing Grimp to take a few hits before he can get the KO himself. And Grimp taking more and more damage. We're at almost the 3-minute mark, and we still haven't seen a smash ball yet. I don't think I've seen it. I don't think I've seen one at longer than 3 minutes. This is actually kind of surprising. Unless one happened earlier and I just missed it. Or forgot about it. Sometimes that happens. I have a very terrible memory. Grimp thinking about going for the final smash. Got an egg, doesn't want to get blown up by it. Sometimes you'll see the Amiibo hold those eggs a little bit too long. And Grimp does have Blue Banjo down to the final stock, but 113%. Blue Banjo just has to sneeze on him, and that's going to be enough to get the game-winning knockout. Ooh, that might be enough. Is he going to be able to get back? He does make it back to the ledge. And I think he can probably throw him off. Yep, looks like he can. And Blue Banjo going to be eliminating Grimp. Moving on to round 7.
Start battle. Pyra. Pyra.
And it looks like GME gonna get that first knockout against Gormody. We had Numa win her match earlier today. We'll see if Gormody can also hold up. Is that going to be enough? I think GME is going to be able to make it back from that one. Looks like she does. Gormody doing pretty decent so far on her second stock. Not taking a whole lot of damage, but can't quite get that KO. She's going to get a free swing against the Smash Ball. She can get back up there. It looks like GME actually going to be closer. Is she going to break it? No. It takes a swing, but doesn't quite break it. Gormody has another chance. Looks like she does break it this time. So she can either get the KO and then save the final smash for the second stock for a lot more effect, or just guarantee that first knockout now. Looks like that might be the play, though, because she actually right now runs the risk of getting knocked out a second time. Looks like she's going to use it. So Gormody getting the guaranteed first knockout doesn't do a whole lot of additional damage because GME was already kind of on the edge of her first stock anyway, but sometimes you just need that guaranteed knockout. But having a little bit of trouble on her second stock, she's already in KO range. She's got to build up some damage to GME before she gets knocked out. She does not want to go into her third stock earlier than she has to, take any unnecessary damage. And using this platform to her advantage, but making the mistake of jumping up on top, and that's going to give GME the chance she needs to break free of that combo. Ooh, it actually looks like Gormody gonna be getting the first knockout for that second stock, so actually pulling ahead. Never mind, GME gonna even out the game. 1-1, or sorry, last stock for both of them, 0-0, with Gormody getting some damage in off stage, but we'll see if GME can recover like she did on that first stock. That side B combo is good at doing damage, but it doesn't quite get that, doesn't have that knockout power that she needs. Those up smashes, however, will do the trick. Not quite getting the KO, though, and the Smash Ball is out. Whoever breaks this is going to be in a really great spot to get that winning knockout. And Gormody's got a chance. She needs to go over there and break it before GME has an opportunity to hit the Smash Ball. Looks like GME not going to go for it, and Gormody going to take advantage of that, but the Smash Ball does get knocked loose. Both of them in KO range. And Gormody countering the attack from GME, gonna get the knockout going on to round 7. GME gonna have to play in the tiebreaker tomorrow.
Start battle. Lucas. Corona flag.
Down to the last 3 games. Gamer Girl and Ficus. Ficus is another longtime veteran. Alright, we got a stage with some transition. There's a couple walk-off portions of this stage, but generally the walk-off portions actually kind of confuse the AI to where they just don't want to fight. And both of them taking some damage from the level. Both Amiibo in KO range. And they're both going to get hit by the road again as the stage takes off, and Gamer Girl getting the first knockout. This is that portion where both of them decide they just don't want to fight. But it looks like Ficus is going to buck the trend here and get that knockout against Gamer Girl. Both of them starting their second stock at roughly 0-0. Ficus just a little bit behind, but not by a whole lot. Both of them actually tied at 17% now. And neck still. Both of them missing their smash attacks. And taking some stage damage again. And still within 5% of each other. This is a very, very close matchup. Looks like Ficus is going to get Gamer Girl stuck on the side of the stage. And Smash Ball is out. Level's taking off, and Gamer Girl gonna get hit by the stage again. Level doing a ton of damage on this one. And it looks like Gamer Girl ignoring the Smash Ball. There it is. And Ficus has just a couple seconds until, yeah, their invulnerability wears off before Gamer Girl's gonna use that final smash. And only gonna get hit by one of the meteors. Gamer Girl in a rough spot. Ooh, actually, is he going to be able to make it back? Really low on the stage. Almost gets interrupted. The recovery almost gets interrupted. If Gamer Girl was a little bit lower, or sorry, a little bit higher rather, there was the potential that the PK Thunder would have touched the bottom of the stage and got interrupted. So that was a really dangerous spot for Gamer Girl to be in, and both of them just about in KO range again. Ficus just a little bit behind, but less than one hit worth of damage. And PK Thunder knocking Ficus back onto the stage while Gamer Girl taking another hit from the level. And both of them in a really, really bad spot. And it looks like Gamer Girl going to be eliminating Ficus. A lot of veterans getting eliminated today. A lot of them moving on as well, though.
Start battle. Elva. Pokemon Trainer.
And second to last match of the night, it's going to be Sailor Moon versus Yuffie. Alice, the other Pokemon trainer, getting eliminated earlier today, so this is Yuffie's chance to make a comeback. We've got a matchup on Big Battlefield. Starting out, both Amiibo neck and neck, but when this Charizard comes out, this is when we can see a lot of damage. That side B from Charizard hurts a lot. It also hurts Charizard as well, so it's kind of a risky move if you can't be very accurate with it. And if you start out with a lot of low damage, but getting a side B off is going to help catch up a little bit. Ooh, Squirtle out, I don't know if that's the right choice. Okay, Ivysaur coming out right immediately after. A little better, but Charizard is really the right choice here. Looks like Charizard is going to come out, but a down air from Sailor Moon. Going to get that first knockout. And Yuffie choosing to switch out Pokemon at the wrong time, right when Sailor Moon is on top of her. Sailor Moon taking a couple swings at the final smash, but it looks like it's going to be Yuffie that breaks it, but it does get knocked loose immediately by Sailor Moon. And now Sailor Moon's the one that's going to break it. Getting another KO against Yuffie. Got some decent combo action coming out of Yuffie right now, but it might be too little too late. Unless she can get a really quick second knockout. At 86%, starting to look really, really dangerous for Yuffie. Not out of the game yet. If she can just get one more good smash attack to get that KO, a good up smash, ought to do it. And Charizard coming out. A side B should be enough to get a KO here, getting Sailor Moon down to her last stock. And then at that point, you could hope for maybe an early second final smash. And not quite enough for the KO. Yuffie is still potentially in the game. Still not looking good, but with Squirtle out, that is bad news. And Sailor Moon going to get the last shot for a 2-stock against Yuffie.
Stop battle.
Yeah, this is the match of the night for me. Bottomless is a good pit, so it's going to be rough for Voltos. I think you want something that's not a walk-off for Voltos. For Voltos, I think you want no water and no walk-off. Anything else is probably not too bad.
2, 1, go!
And Voltos going for the down air, but couldn't quite line it up that first time. He's probably going to get a couple more shots at it, though. Both of these Amiibo seem to like the off-stage play, so we could see a knife fight here. And it looks like Voltos gonna get the first knockout with a great down air, well timed. And gonna start building up some damage against Bottomless's second stock. Looks like it's only gonna be about one hit though. Going for another down air, but doesn't quite line it up that time. Ooh, that's risky. Oh, Voltos almost getting stuck off stage. Both of these Amiibo going deep against each other. And Voltos using the down air a little bit too early, doing it again the second time, but fortunately for Voltos, Bottomless going to miss that attack. And Smash Ball is out. This is potentially good news for Voltos, but if Bottomless breaks it, he's going to immediately use it. But it looks like Voltos is going to be the one with the final smash, and he's going to immediately use it against Bottomless, who could do nothing because he was recovering from his up air, or up smash. Voltos still in a dangerous spot, kind of like the first stock, in KO range, and it looks like Bottomless going to get the KO. Voltos has been the first one to get the KO for the first two stocks. Let's see if he can do it when it counts, the third life. I think luckily for Voltos, Bottomless is also the Amiibo that wants to chase the offstage KO, so... Ooh, is that going to be too far? It looks like Voltos is going to make it back. Ooh, it's going to be close again, but... If I would say if Voltos can make it back on stage in time... Oh no, it looks like Bottomless just doing a little bit too much ledge guarding and gonna take out Voltos. Really well played by both Amiibo. Voltos getting the first KO on the first and second stock, but Bottomless was able to come back and get the KO when it counted, which was the last one. But Voltos will have a chance tomorrow. I'm going to get the bracket set up for the tiebreaker stream. That should come up sometime tonight. Everyone that won their match tonight, though, is going to be going into at least the Qualified League. We're going to keep playing these Survival League matches, though, because the last 16, I believe, Amiibo, are going to be auto-advancing to the Prize League. So if they can keep winning, they can skip the Qualified League entirely and go straight to the Prize League for this season. And all the Amiibo that make the Qualified League, they'll be playing their 9 matchups, and then depending on how they place, they can either receive an automatic entry to Season 10, or not Season 10, Season 8, or if they do well enough, they could potentially get upgraded to the next league up. So Qualified League could advance to the Prize League, depending on their performance. They could come back in the Survival League for the next season, or if they don't quite do well enough, they could also be eliminated. Prize League Amiibo have similar things. They can go to the season finals, which is where you win the actual prize money for the season. Or there's promotion and demotion, depending on how they do. Either way, though, if your Amiibo auto-qualifies for the next season, that's free entries that you can add more and more Amiibo for more and more chances to win. But thanks for watching. I'll get those brackets posted. There probably won't be Ulta bets because I don't think there will be enough matchups ahead of time. So we'll probably have Ulta bets frozen for Monday's games, and then we'll bring those back when we get to the next batch of Survival League games. But thanks for watching. Have a good one. Might try playing some Beat Saber tonight if my hip's better. I'm gonna do a couple stretches and see how I feel. But yep, have a good one, and thanks for watching. The tiebreaker's tomorrow, so the way the numbers work out is there's 44 spots for the qualified league and prize league total. After today, I believe we're at 41 amiibo that are still remaining, which means there's 3 more spots. So out of the amiibo that got eliminated today, there's going to be a mini tournament tomorrow. It's going to be a double elimination, and the top 3 will still be eliminated from the survival league, but they'll advance on to the qualified league when that starts, so they'll get added to the qualified league groups. But there's going to be there's also going to be more survival league because there's 16 spots in the prize league. So we're going to keep eliminating amiibo until there's 16 left. And then depending on how the numbers match up, there might be another mini tiebreaker. But because there's so few left, I don't have to split the rounds into 2 streams. So it should go a little bit quicker. I'm only expecting this to go on for another week or 2 before we figure out where everyone's at. And then once that's done, we'll do the Up and Down tournament, which is made up entirely of Season 6 amiibo. The amiibo that were at the bottom of the prize league or the top of the qualified league. So that's their chance to either advance or get demoted. The top 12, I believe, will go to the prize league, and the bottom 8, I think, will go to the qualified league, or vice versa. I forget how the actual numbers work out. I just have the bracket written down somewhere. Then after the Up and Down, we will have a complete bracket for the qualified league, and we're going to start that. It's going to be 9 rounds. Then after that, we'll go to the prize league, and then after the prize league, it's the season finals, and then we start the whole thing over again for season 8. After a quick break when I usually do like upgrades to the bot and the website and everything. But yep, have a good one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Even though the Ulta bets won't be up, you can still bet on individual matches once I get the those set up, and that'll probably be later tonight. I'll probably post a message on my Discord, and then tomorrow before the matches start, I usually post it on a couple other Amiibo community Discords. So with that, I will cut stream.